What's up, everyone? It's your host Hera back with another episode of the Love in Bahrain show. Happy Sunday. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. Today we have quite some important stories to catch you up on, including news of the first runner to run across all of Bahrain, which is an amazing accomplishment. News of a businessman illegally collecting 3 million Bahraini dinars, which is a huge number. And then ending things off with some positive news on the weather, which is about to get even cooler very soon. Firstly, in a feat that has the running world buzzing, Evren Ozka, a seasoned ultramarathon runner from Turkey, has officially become the first person to run across all of Bahrain. Covering an incredible 67 kilometers from north to south, Evren completed the island in a single, grueling effort, a true testament to human endurance and determination. Evren's journey wasn't done solo. The Bahrain Warriors provided full support along the route, ensuring his safety and offering motivation through every kilometer of this record-breaking adventure. And this is just a part of his larger mission. Evren is also taking on Qatar, aiming to cover around 270 kilometers across Bahrain and Qatar in just a few days, which is setting new benchmarks for long-distance running in the region. So originally from Turkey, Evren has spent years pushing the limits of ultra-distance running, competing in some of the most challenging races across the world. His Bahrain achievement shows not only his physical stamina, but also the power of mental resilience and sheer determination. From inspiring locals to impressing the global running community, Evren Ozka's journey is a reminder that with dedication, support, and a fearless mindset, no distance is too great and no challenge is insurmountable. Next up, on a serious note and a major legal ruling, the first high criminal court has sentenced a businessman to 10 years in prison and given a 100,000 BD fine after finding him guilty of illegally collecting and managing funds without a license, as well as embezzling assets and funds exceeding 3 million Bahraini dinars. Huge numbers, guys. On top of that, the defendant must pay 6,000 BD in temporary civil compensation to the first plaintiff and another 1,000 BD to the second for the material and moral damages they suffered. According to the public prosecution, between 2020 and 2023, the businessman solicited large sums of money from 3 victims under the pretense of investing in real estate, company formation, vehicles, luxury watches, and even these special number plates, all without the proper license. So instead of investing the funds as promised, he misappropriated the money and assets for personal gain. The case details reveal some staggering amounts. Victim 1 handed over more than 1.6 million BD through bank transfers, cash, vehicles, jet skis, and equipment, all supposedly for investment. Victim 2 invested 1 million Saudi riyals for a real estate property and a recreational project near the Malama shoreline, including jet skis and paddle courts. While part of the money was returned, 50,000 riyals was kept and no profit delivered. Victim 3 gave 45,000 BD for investments and was promised profit returns, even a 100,000 BD check, a luxury car, and employment, but the funds and assets were never delivered. Even a Gulf businessman testified that he entrusted the defendant with around 2 million BD for various investments, only to discover that no accounts were opened in his name and all assets were registered under the defendant, who continuously evaded repayment. That is a really intense case, guys. It serves as a stark reminder of the importance of due diligence and regulatory oversight when investing, giving in huge sums, and a warning that fraud can reach staggering scales, even in what seems legitimate. So best to keep your eyes out and double, triple, quadruple check on all your big investments. Lastly for today, after hearing about these shocking figures and cases of fraud, let's shift gears and talk about something a little more uplifting, like the weather. So heads up Bahrain, the Meteorological Directorate at the Ministry of Transportation and Telecommunications has some good news for all weather watchers. The kingdom is set to see a noticeable improvement in conditions by midweek. Starting on Tuesday, the winds will pick up from moderate to strong, continuing throughout until Thursday, which could bring rising dust in some areas and a drop in humidity, so you might want to grab the extra layer. Temperatures are also cooling down gradually, with highs around 26 degrees and lows near 17 degrees. Super exciting, guys. Nights and early mornings will feel even cooler thanks to the active winds that are coming in. The directorate does urge everyone, especially those on the sea, to stay alert, exercise caution, and follow official weather updates through their channels. But get ready to enjoy a breezier and cooler Bahrain this week. That is all we have for today, guys. Thank you for tuning in, and do stay tuned for more exciting stories right here on another episode dropping tomorrow. For now, enjoy the rest of your afternoon and keep loving Bahrain. Thank you for tuning in to the Love in Bahrain podcast as part of the Augustus Media Podcast Network. Please hit that subscribe button wherever you got your podcast from.